The compound I stayed in years ago had just 5 rooms. The landlady, an elderly woman, lived in the same compound with all of us. She was a widow who lost her husband in 2002 after he died in a ghastly motor accident while traveling. After moving in, I began to hear rumors from those who live around. Some of them told me the landlady was a witch, and anyone who stayed in the compound ended up packing and leaving the house. At that time in my life, I was desperate for a house, so I didn't care who was a witch or who wasn't. I shared what I heard with a woman who sells provisions close to the house, and she said Mama is a good lady. Yes, people think she is a witch, but I don't see her that way. Just be prayerful and that's all. I agreed with her, because the landlady was calm and free-spirited. When we spoke with her, she was so nice. She asked me what I did for a living and encouraged me to keep working hard. A week after I moved in, I began to have terrible dreams at night. One time, I saw a bull chase me. The bull suddenly changed into a black beast as I ran. Next time, I saw dogs run after me barking in the dream. These dogs had sharp teeth like razors. Months later, I began to investigate where my problems were coming from. Why am I having such dreams, and who is the one after me? Most of my attacks were in the dreams, so I fought in the dreams several times, but ended up defeating them. The last dream I had, I saw myself fighting a woman. I slapped the woman in the dream and fought with her. In that dream, when I saw the woman's face, I discovered she was a witch with a scary face. That was when I knew I was being haunted. I was able to get a witch-repellent herb, which I used in my room and on my body to bath. My mind never for once went to my landlady. One day, I was inside my house when my landlady came knocking on my door. She told me she was no longer comfortable with me in her house, so I should pack out. As she spoke, I saw her spiritual face form up. Her spirit was angry. I discovered that even though she looked old physically, in the spiritual world, she looked older with more energy. I also discovered that she could transform into different faces and make herself look younger spiritually. I knew her, and she knew that.
We became serious enemies until I decided to pack out of that house after getting a new house. When I went to hand over the key, she didn't hide it. She said to me, "Victor, I know I am not a stranger to you anymore, and you are not a stranger to me." I told her yes, that I wasn't, and I knew all she had been trying to do to me all this while. She smiled and said to me, "You are strong. You are really strong. But it is better you leave than for me to continue living with you." I told her if she didn't change, she would meet her end soon, and I dropped her key on the table and left her house. This landlady died at the age of 82. She was celebrated. She died in 2019. When I heard of her death, I kept imagining the souls she had tormented in her lifetime. The wicked also live very long. They live even longer than the good people on earth. This is one thing you should know as a believer, that you are not supposed to be an empty vessel roaming the earth, because the world is spiritual and filled with evil and deadly practices, and only the strong and spiritual ones live long enough to see the end. Now listen. My name is Speedwops. I have the rare ability to see, feel, and communicate with strange beings without any harm, and I have over 36 powers. Subscribe if you'd like more of this. Wait, don't go yet, please subscribe.